Hey guys, it's the IT Collector, and today we're going to be reviewing the Star Wars Action Fleet series. This series is from, I believe, 1995, 1998 when it first started. And I believe episode 1, 2, and 3, maybe they pushed out a couple of more, so maybe in the early 2000s. I'm actually going to change out my display case, so I wanted to do a quick little review on these before I remove them. So let's check it out. Hey guys, before we check out the other action fleet I have, let's check out these four here. These are the latest ones I got. I haven't put them in the display case yet. The first one over here is the Republic Cruiser. This is the one Queen Amidala was on in episode 1. Nothing too fancy. It is just a cruiser. Let's check out the back. That's the back of that one. I just didn't have it, so I got it recently. Secondly, similar one, except from A New Hope, is the Rebel Blockade runner ship. This is the one that Princess Leia was on, where they were trying to run away from Darth Vader, and they ended up pulling into the tractor beam. Same thing, there's a couple of guns on there, and a radar. I like the back, has the engines, multiple engines compared to the other cruiser over here. So this is from A New Hope. And then here we have one of my favorite ones, and an actually very rare Republic gunship. This one is, for some reason, is rare and super expensive right now. If you're lucky enough to get it when it first came out, you're in business. This thing is worth at least 100 or 100 plus currently. Out of the box loose like this, probably 90, 80 if you're lucky. So pretty cool. I like this one because it's kind of reminds me, or it's probably modeled after World War II airplanes with the multiple guns here, and these bubbles here where the clone troopers would sit and shoot as well, as in addition to the wings. One thing people don't know is that this panel back here actually slides. Let me take it out of there. It actually slides and opens up. Usually it's closed, but I had it in the open position so you guys can see that. And of course it's a transport for all the clone troopers. So pretty cool. I like this one, and again it's rare. And then lastly, it's the droid fighters. I have it in the position where they're waiting and to be called into action. But of course, if you just snap the sides closed, like this side over here, then it becomes, the standard ship, droid ship. Pretty cool. I like it how it has both features, however you want to display it. Of course, it does have the peg for the normal display. So these are my latest four. I haven't added into the display case. But now let's go take a look what we do have in the display case. So this is the Action Fleet series that I own. I only am missing about maybe a handful of Action Fleet series. I'll talk about that in a second. But the first one you see is the Darth Vader's TIE Fighter with the damage in the back that they added. Most of these do come with a figurine with it, tiny little figurine, which I'll show you in a second. There's a TIE Bomber, which you see in the scene where they're trying to, where they're in the mouth of the worm and they start bombing that moon or planet or asteroid. There's a classic TIE Fighter. I noticed that there is another version out there which is more of a gray color, like the X-Wing, let's say. But it seems like these are all this bluish color. If you notice the difference between Darth Vader's ship and the TIE Bomber, those are the two colors I'm talking about. Next is the awesome X-Wing fighter. The wings actually do close. You can see Luke in there, and as well as R2. There's the Imperial shuttle with Han and Chewie in there. And there is the B-Wing. Not very popular, but as a action figure, it's pretty cool because it's different. And of course this collapses as well, as you know. So they all come with a stand, but if you notice there, they also have, they can be put without a stand like this. They have the feet. Next we have the snow speeder with Luke in there. Pretty cool. The Millennium Falcon. I don't know if I have anybody in here, but there should be somebody in the cockpit here. Or not. There we go. Okay, so yeah, Han is in here. So you can see the size of the figures are very small, like the size of my fingernail. Then we have a couple of creatures. There's the Stormtrooper or Sandtrooper on the dewback, the Rancor, I mean, Bantha with the Sand People. This one's pretty cool. Really like this one from Return of the Jedi. You have the biker scout and one of the rebel soldiers. If it's not Leia, I can't tell. And of course the AT-ST back there. And then an AT-AT. I really wish it was to scale. You can see the scale between the two, but of course this would be a lot bigger. But it's still a cool figure, and it has this type of base. Then you have Slave 1 with Boba Fett in there. And Han Solo. So that's kind of cool. The back opens up as well. Now let's move down to the next. This is a Black Series I have, which you can check out in another video. Today we're just doing the action fleet. So there's a TIE Interceptor. Again, that bluish color. The Sandcrawler. And what is this? MITT, I believe. Transport for the droids. So now we're moving into episode 1 on this side. So let me actually finish here with the cloud car from Cloud City. The Y-Wing, classic, easy to recognize because of its shape. And then an A-Wing. I have this one in red and green. I actually don't recall what the difference is, but pretty cool. So back to the transport for episode 1. And then we have the, I'm not sure the actual name of this, but it's, you know, the underground ship that they used in episode 1 to go underwater, I mean, with the Gungans. So that's kind of cool. I believe Qui-Gon is in there, yeah. Then we have the pod racers. There is Sebulveda with his odd way of grabbing things with his hands and feet. The pod racer, you see how they mimic the electricity in between. Then you have, of course, Anakin. So that's pretty cool, his pod racer. And then you have their fighters. Fighter jet with R2 there. I don't have a figure for that. And then I don't know what these are called, but this is the creature that created the shield generator. And then one of their the tanks. So this is all episode 1, and then this is one of the other tanks. So this is all part of the action fleet. What's interesting about this is these two back here are electronical. So they actually have a wire that comes out. I ended up snipping it. Oh yeah, there's a little tip right there. Because it walks, and this tank moves. I just thought it looked better like that. I would never use it for its actual use, so I ended up just cutting it off to be displayed. And this tank, so the tank also, same thing, has a wire coming out. The non-electronical version, like these static ones, is going for like over $100 something now, 90 to 100 plus. And I looked at it and checked this one out as much, and I didn't see much of a difference, so I ended up buying this one for, I don't know, 20 bucks, 15 bucks even. Cut off the wire, and here it is. Looks awesome in my display case. So yeah, there you have it. You have the different this is the episode 1 area. This is more of the classic. And then as you saw, more of the traditional original series ones we got going here. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review, and let me know if you have any questions about the Action Fleet, and feel free to ask me what other ones, what am I missing, because there are several more, but probably less than 10. A lot of them are hard to find. I'm really trying to get the Republic gunship and some more Episode 1 figures or Action Fleet ships. Anyways, as always, check out my other reviews for other Star Wars, NECA, Mezco, McFarlane type products. Anything ranging from Ghostbusters to Ninja Turtles to Terminator, Predator, you name it.